Painter Fumani Waluleke's solo exhibition explores the relationship between the land and its people using handcrafted straw mat as both a physical and metaphorical canvas. Now, the choice of the straw mat is intentional and poignant, and it reflects the foundation of many African households, where these mats are not only used for sitting and gathering, but also serve as a symbol of hospitality and cultural heritage. The mats come alive with the visual elements that reflect the diverse experiences. And so the painter now joins us to chat a little bit more. Fumani, good morning. Thank you for making time to be here.
Thank you. I really appreciate for having me here.
Well, we appreciate you and your work, and thank you for being part of this conversation starter. Let's look at what you're wearing, obviously in relation to the work that you've produced. Tell us about the relationship between the straw mat, really what it represents from you in your own words. The issue of land obviously also coming to the fore. What conversations and emotions are evoked through your work in this 31 years of our democracy?
What's happening is I see a lot of change when it comes to that. The story begins like this, like in 1991, the year I was born, in Limpopo, in a deep marginalized village called Tomo. There was no service delivery in that regard, so there was only one hospital that was very far, and then my mother, she was pregnant, and the time to give birth, I find that she cannot even access the hospital in time, so she have to give birth to me inside the house through the grass mat. So the grass mat is a medium that was there to usher me to this world. So I didn't choose the grass mat as my canvas, but the grass mat chose me to represent everyone, especially the grandmothers.
Absolutely. And so now when we look at your unique techniques and the processes that you employ through your work, tell us a little bit more about that creative process.
So what's happening is this is the medium or the material that it happened, that it chose me in life. And then I decided to be unique and very creative around it, because remember, the grass mat is related to the grandmothers at home. And then back then they used to make the grass mat to sleep on, to sit on, to pray on. Some they even like when they go to pay the bride price, they use the grass mat. And I'll be like, okay, let me have it as my trademark into the art industry. And for that, it's working, and there's a lot of changes.
Yes. And I mean, this is something that viewers can personally connect with as well. And if we're even just looking at the stories that were told on these mats, if we're going to go back, I mean, this is part of our cultural heritage. It becomes an archive of sorts. Tell us a little bit more about what's evoked there through those conversations.
Sorry. So what's happening is the grass mat, my mission is to preserve the culture, to preserve our heritage, to preserve the grass mat that was once eradicated and put away and forgotten. So I treat it as a scroll. The scroll that was forgotten but written, a valuable information written in art language. So now my mission is to have the grass mat as an African canvas, whereby the European artist will have to adapt, if perhaps they have to adapt, and whenever they adapt on it, it means it's a very huge movement to our people, to our grandmother, by giving the passion to our grandmothers to wake up every day to create our grass mat, and that will make our economy flourish in that regard.
And it's also part of indigenous knowledge systems that we have inherited and that we owe to the world, right? Because it's part of our narrative.
And if we let the grass mat to vanish, it means we don't have a story to tell our grandchildren or to tell the generation to come.
Yeah, it's tsalwa, the materiality of stories. Is that what it encompasses?
Yes.
What are the challenges as well in working with this medium for your own self? I mean, even if you're just looking at having to overcome your own inertia and then obviously present it to people who aren't privy to the history behind it as well.
So the grass mat, let me start with whereby I make them. So I know how to make the grass mat. And it's an information that we should teach the generation to come.
Absolutely.
And therefore, as an artist who's always busy, I found time to go sit down with the grandmothers. They teach me, they impart the stories, they impart the information, they tell me why the lines here, the information through the reeds and everything, and why they have to preserve it, why it's so important to them, and what message do they send through the patterns inside the grass mat. So now, when I go paint on it, I know which to leave which part to leave, because it's a communication, it's a message that they are sending. It's a ready-made that I found it like that. So I have to make my touches of grass-made. It's a collaboration with the grandmothers out there.
Well, keep having these conversations. We're listening. Thank you for joining us here at this hour and for your work. I'm going to leave the conversation there this morning. Fumani Walter joining us, chatting about his solo exhibition, Tsalwa, the materiality of stories. That's really what it's going to encompass. As we leave that conversation there, we're going to continue with more news and updates upon our return. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Stay tuned.